Today, I thought I would like to discuss a coach at OU that probably doesn't get talked about a whole heck of a lot, but he sure laid the foundation for Barry Switzer in his tenure at OU. And that coach I'm talking about is Chuck Fairbanks. But first, can I get you to hop out and hit the like button? And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing because I drop a lot of OU and college football related content and historical stuff on OU that you sure wouldn't want to miss. And also, could you share the video because sharing is caring? And also, I'm pleased to announce my partnership with Devil Dogs Brew and Beans, a veteran owned coffee brand that takes pride in brewing coffee blends that embody the spirit of the fearless and dedicated Marine Corps, where every sip is a celebration of strength, camaraderie, and exceptional taste. Get 10% off your first order of Devil Dogs by using promo code Sooner Legends at checkout, and you will also receive free shipping in the continental United States. I also have a link down in my description where you can go directly to Devil Dogs from my YouTube channel. So, old Chuck Fairbanks, let's kind of take a look back at his prior stuff before he came to OU. He uh, he played high school football from 52 to 54 in Michigan, and from 55 to 57, he was head coach of Ishpeming High School in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. He spent 4 seasons as an assistant at Arizona State under head coach Frank Cush, then spent 4 years from 62 to 65 at the University of Houston under legendary coach Bill Yeoman. And then in 1966, Coach Fairbanks accepted an assistant coaching position at OU under newly hired head coach Jim McKenzie from the University of Arkansas. Also, what people don't know about that hire is during that, uh, Coach Fairbanks almost took an assistant job at the University of Missouri under legendary coach Dan Devine. Dan Devine. I'm sorry, I'm thinking Bill Devine. So, Jim McKenzie's head coach 1 season at the University of Oklahoma. Then in 1967, on a recruiting trip in April of 67, Coach McKenzie returns to Norman where he uh, passes away much too soon from a massive heart attack. So 4 days later, uh, Coach Fairbanks was named the head coach for the University of Oklahoma. And of course, there were such players under Coach Fairbanks that we all knew and loved, like Jack Mildren, Greg Pruitt, Joe Wiley, Grant Burgett, Lucius Selman, uh, Ron Brooks, Mike Aycock, I, Steve Owens. I could go on and on, but I was just giving, and Bobby Warmack, quarterback, Steve Zabel, tight end, Ken Mendenhall. So I could go, but where our topic is Coach Fairbanks. I was just mentioning some of the players that that Coach Fairbanks had coached. He was head coach for OU for 6 seasons, and he led the Sooners to 3 Big 8 conference titles with 11-1 records in each of his final 2 seasons. Coach Fairbanks left OU after the 72 season to become head coach for the New England Patriots. However, following Coach Fairbanks' departure, OU was forced to forfeit 9 games from the 72 season after receiving recruiting violations involving altered transcripts of student athletes. So we were put on probation from 73, 74, 75. We were ineligible for bowl games and TV appearances. However, because of that probation, if y'all remember when Barry Switzer took Chuck's place as head coach, we won back-to-back national championships in 74 and 75 and went undefeated in Coach Switzer's first season as head coach in 73, only tying to USC in 73. Let's see. I got another. In bowl appearances, while Coach Fairbanks was head coach of OU, we were 3-1-1. We in 68 we defeated Tennessee in the Orange Bowl, 26-24. And the Astro Bowl, we lost to SMU 28-27 at the Astro Blue Bonnet Bowl. And then in 1970, at the Blue Bonnet Bowl, we tied Alabama 24-24. In 1971, we defeated Auburn 40-22 at the Sugar Bowl, and we also faced for that year the Heisman Trophy winning quarterback for Auburn, Pat Sullivan. And then in the 72 Sugar Bowl, we defeated Penn State 14-0. Chuck's overall head coaching record at OU was 52-15-1, and conference play he was 34-8. Pretty amazing. To me, Coach Fairbanks laid the foundation for Barry Switzer for his tenure when he became head coach in 73. One thing to note on that Chuck Fairbanks head coaching tenure, in 1970, a week before the Red River Shootout, at that time we were running what was called the Houston Veer that Coach Fairbanks brought with him from the University of Houston, and it wasn't working. So Coach Switzer comes up 1 week later, or during that bye week, should I say, and asks Chuck to instill what Coach Wilkinson calls the wishbone tee offense. Chuck thinks about it, and he calls another coaching friend of his to discuss it. So the next day, that coach calls Chuck back and says, "Well, Chuck, is the coaches bought into the scheme?" And he said, "Yes." He said, "Well, don't look back, and you are going to have growing pains." So we get blowed out of the Red River rivalry that year by Darrell Royal. But that was the last time that Darrell Royal ever beat Oklahoma with his own wishbone. And from what I hear from former players that played for Coach Fairbanks, they said he was a good coach, but he was tough. No nonsense player. Him and Coach McKenzie. So that's my take on Coach Fairbanks. Like I said, he went on to coach the New England Patriots. His all-time record there was 46-39. He coached in the USFL after he left Colorado and is for the New Jersey Generals, and he was 6-12. But when he coached for Colorado, the Buffaloes, for 3 seasons from 79 to 81. His record at Colorado was 59-41-1, and of course everybody remembers one of the games that OU played. Colorado, we shellacked them 84-42 or something like that. I mean, it was crazy. But rest in peace, Coach Fairbanks. We lost you a few years ago, but we certainly haven't forgotten your contributions while you were here at the University of Oklahoma. And another note before I jump off of here. One of his running backs was the 1969 Heisman Trophy winner, and that was Steve Owens. So y'all take care. God bless. Be nice to each other because tomorrow's not promised. This is the legend. We'll see you on the backside. Boomer Sooner.